Mitzi Goose here, and today I'm here to show you how to make a repair heddle using Texsolv. So what we're going to do is we're going to take two separate heddles, we're going to connect them together, and then I'll show you how to put it on the shaft bars. So first, let's look at how to connect them. So I'm going to take one of these heddles and I'm going to insert it into the top loop of the other heddle. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to take the same heddle that I inserted and insert the bottom of it back through the top. You see? And so now I can pull it together and it'll form a temporary slip knot so that when you fold it in half, it will appear to be kind of two heddles put together like that. So that's the first step. Now let's bring in our pretend shaft bars here. So you'll want to use some imagination and figure that these are all threaded up and you realize that you need your repair heddle right here. Okay, so what we're going to do, and I always put the little join part here at the bottom, and I don't know if it makes a difference. I just do it that way out of habit. Now, what I had been doing is putting it loosely like that, and then threading the warp yarn through the two loops so that there wouldn't be two heddles, there would be one. And that technically that works. The problem is that you can have it start shifting around, you know, like that, and that would not be a good thing. So a trick I learned from Joanne Hall's book is you insert the top one into the eye of the bottom one. And actually you probably could reverse this, but you slip one of them into the eye of the other like that, and now it's not going to slide around as much, and you would still put your weft thread right here inside the hole right there. Let me just zoom in a little so you can see that. But there is a hole right there. Okay, now to fasten it at the top, you may be a little surprised here, but what I ended up doing, and believe me this works, is I just put the two loops, top loops together like that, and then I just take a scrap piece of yarn and I just make a slip knot out of it and just tie that together. Okay, so now all of the heddles are the same length. You have your heddle eye right here, and then you have this colored piece of yarn right here. And I like to use a bright color because when I'm done with this warp, then I'm going to take my repair heddles off and put them away. I tend to keep them tied up together so that I'm not constantly taking loose heddles and tying them together. But honestly, you can untie them at any time and use them as standard heddles. Now, one thing you might think is, well, why don't I just not cut in between the heddles and then I can use that? What I found, because I thought I was so brilliant thinking of that, but what I found was that if these two are connected together, if you notice, that length is different from the length at the bottom of the heddle. So then your repair heddle always ended up being about a half an inch too long, and it always caused problems with the height of the heddle eye, which will affect your shed. So realized that was not going to work. And then it was also far more convenient to have a lot of these loose heddles, since you tend to have spares anyway. That way, if you need more heddles, you can just untie your previous repair heddles. If you need a repair heddle, tie them up, and they'll quickly come undone. And I'll show you that really quick. Let's see. So if I just grab the knot in my colored yarn here. So I just grabbed the knot of my colored yarn, and it came right out. So now I can take my repair heddle off of the shaft bars, and if you pull on the correct two ties of the two different heddles, they just come right apart. It's really fast to either tie them together or leave them apart. So like I said, I leave them tied together. If I need separate heddles, then I'll just untie them. So I hope that this is a tip that you'll be able to use, and you'll no longer need to tie string heddles for use as repair heddles. Thanks for watching.